this began the Age of Ancients. The terrifying, powerful, everlasting dragons ruled over everything that was touched by land or sea. In a cold corner of this world, it was discovered a light, the first flame. The power of the first flame brought disparity to the world in the form of heat. Where one knows heat, also can they know cold. In the same instance, so came life and death, light and darkness. Then, from the darkness, the souls of lords were discovered. When the mighty Lord of Sunlight, with his unwavering army of silver knights at his side, bound the soul of light, granting him the holy power of miracles. Nito, the first of the dead, claimed the soul of death, twisting him into an abomination of death and disease. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters bound the soul of life, which granted them great control over fire. And not to be forgotten, the fruit of Pygmy claimed the dark soul and split its energy countless times, creating humanity. The great powers that came with these souls allowed the bearers to carve intricate cities underground. However, the Lord of Sunlight became dissatisfied with this, believing instead that he should rule the land over the dragons. He commanded his army against the everlasting ones, but their weapons could not harm the dragons, for their scales were cast of stone. The stone scales begot the dragons in immortality. They proved resilient to any attempt at attack. However, there proved to be one dragon unlike the others. This outcast, a dragon without any scales, destined only to die. The pale drake Seth, the scaleless. He lusted after the dragon's greatest treasure, the primordial crystal, the only power that could protect him, as scales protected all of the everlasting dragons. But the crystal proved impossible for Seth to reach by himself. So, he betrayed his kind and sided with Gwen, who would attempt to bring an end to the dragon's rule. Seth spoke of the dragon's only weakness: lightning. And so Gwen forged might lightning bolts from his own miracle power, passing along the knowledge to all that would surround and serve him. He imbued the mighty blades of his silver